Hello, welcome to this course JavaScript Introduction. This course is Introduction to the JavaScript. Here we are going to learn how JavaScript differ from others and where we can use it and how we can use it and when it has been evolved. And we are also going to discuss more about the JavaScripts in the upcoming classes, and we are going to straight into the JavaScript topic, and I am not going to place any redundant matter as much as possible. Here we go. Coming to the JavaScript, the first important is to remember it is not Java. It is entirely different in terms of syntactically and semantically when we are going to compare with Java. Both the names are trademarked and the symbols which are used here, you are seeing these symbols. For Java it's shown as a cup. For JavaScript there will be an JS symbol. Those are entirely different both in how they work and how we are going to produce and how they interact with any system. Let's come to the main points of the JavaScript. As I have already told that it is entirely different from Java. Keep in mind. And coming to the important point of the JavaScript, it is basically a scripting language. Like scripting and programming language are not that much different. Both are same. We are going to produce any solution by using a common platform as a language, so that here also using like a scripting language, right? And you can able to see the tag which are used in HTML. Like this is the script tag in the HTML code. When coming to the difference between programming language and scripting language is just when a programming language is gets compiled, and when coming to the scripting language it is at a runtime, like it will automatically checks at the runtime itself. Is it's just an interpreter. You can just keep in mind these points. It's enough for mostly on getting or working on the different programming languages or scripting languages. JavaScript is mostly used for client side. Like most of the websites which are used for the behavior of their websites are coded with JavaScript only. Now we can able to run the JavaScript at the server side also. There are few runtime environments like Express.js or Node.js. They can able to provide an engine, like it acts like an engine, so that we can able to run the JavaScript code in the server side also for fetching the files, for networking tools, any such kind of server side implementation. JavaScript is a high level language, which means it is just can be understandable by the human. Like this is what differs from low level language to high level language. High level language, a man can able to understand what he has written or she has written. Then coming to the dynamic scripting. Dynamic scripting is a type of scripting, like it is not like strongly typed, like your the syntax we can store any data type into a variable. You can able to understand in further courses like how the dynamic scripting like language or a dynamic thing is differ from strongly static thing. Coming to the JavaScript existence, it has been existence from 1996. At the time it has been just proposed and submitted to the ECMA International. After that it has been approved that language like scripting language, and which evolved in 1997, and it has been standardized as a ECMAScript. Then from all the JavaScript implementations are going to be implemented only after ECMAScript has been standardized. Like it's just like an standard organization all the implementations are done after the standard standard versions came from the ECMAScript like ECMA. The current version of the ECMAScript, which is ES6, ES6 provides a standard for JavaScript implementation. There will be a new features which eventually takes place in ECMAScript. Those are after going to be implemented in JavaScript after they have been proposed and implemented so far. Then where will this JavaScript will run? All the browsers which are currently using on our laptop or mobile devices, which are Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge, these browsers provide engines like Chrome provides V8 engine and Mozilla Firefox provides SpiderMonkey and Edge provides Chakra. Like these engines are are the environments for running the JavaScript. Like these are the engines which are capable and able to run the JavaScript code. Before 2009, there will be no environment for running the JavaScript other than the browser itself. After 2009, when Node.js came into evolve, this Node.js environment, it's provide a runtime environment for running the JavaScript code, which provides some tools and libraries called networking tools or file sharing, and those web server handling things allows us to run the JavaScript code in the Node.js runtime environment. We can able to run the Node.js file on our laptop so that it can run our JavaScript code without going to need any browser. Like it is a open source and it's work as a backend runtime environment so that we can able to build our own web servers and handle those files. It can pretty much, we can even from client side, previously we used it as a client side for JavaScript, now we can able to use it as a backend source. JavaScript has more than 1 million libraries, as we can see on the screen, and it provides a very large community, and over 93% of websites used the JavaScript for their behavioral functionalities, like for validation purposes, for graphical purposes. It can also be used in augmented reality and virtual reality. So far there are so many libraries which are continuously evolving and supporting the JavaScript in making a very huge thing. Here is the Node.js website. Like you can able to see whatever the contents and also the documents, and you can able to download the files by going to the download section. And this is the Node.js web page. It can also stating that it's a JavaScript runtime environment. It is designed on scalable network applications so that we can able to build any web servers and handle the files which are coming back and forth of the network. And it also containing very vast community network. I hope I have provided some new information on the JavaScript. If you really like the video, please subscribe the channel and hit the bell button for more upcoming videos, and also share your comment so that it can be useful for others and also for us improve the channel.